Hello and welcome to How to Make Your Innovative Idea a Reality in 13 Minutes, Part 2. So where we'd got up to is we'd got our problem, we'd got our really good idea, and now you need to create a business case. And this is a bit where a lot of clinical staff get really worried because it's about money, it's about numbers, and people just don't feel very confident. We want to demystify that process for you. So the first thing you need to understand is about orders of magnitude. So it matters whether what your problem is or what your idea is going to generate pennies of savings, whether it's going to generate pounds of savings, or whether it's going to generate tens of pounds, hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds. The order of magnitude really matters. And let me explain it this way. Imagine you're going on holiday and I could save you money on your next holiday, and I'm going to tell you how you could save money. Now, what savings would be worth an hour of your time? You're going to sit down with me for an hour. I'm going to tell you how to save money. What savings would you be interested in spending an hour of your time with me about? 2p of savings? Probably not. £2 of savings? What about £200? If I could save you £200, would that be worth an hour of your time? What if I could save you £2,000? All of a sudden, you're interested in it. It doesn't matter whether I save you £1,800 or £2,015. It's an order of magnitude. For that order of magnitude, you think, yeah, this is an okay investment. So how big is your big, hairy problem now? That's really important. How big is this problem now? And what you need to be able to do is measure it and come up with some kind of quantifiable measure. Then what you do is you think, well, if you did your idea, what could it be? How could the scale of that problem be different? What is it now and what could it be? But remember, the perfect is the enemy of the good. A lot of people spend far too long and put far too much energy trying to get it absolutely precise. Doesn't matter. What you need is an order of magnitude. Are you going to make something 20% better, 30% better? Don't spend too long trying to make it absolutely perfect, because the reality is you won't get anything done. Now, cost what the service costs now, and then what it could be, and the value of your solution is the difference. It's as simple as that. And to give you some examples, here's some typical costs from NHS tariffs. Your idea may stop people going to hospital. Well, if it does, if you can stop an emergency admission, that will save £3,100. If you could save an elective admission where someone chooses to go in for, say, an operation, that will save £2,000. If you could stop someone going to outpatients, that could save you £200. So these are typical costs from NHS tariffs. And just to put that in some sort of context, on Nurse First, the average Nurse First project that we work on is designed to save round about £1.2 million. And it's quite easy for a big meaty project dealing with a really big hairy problem to save £1.2 million. So the next step is to get a plan. And a common mistake is to make your solution too big. People think too ambitiously, they try and run something for 2 years, they try and get lots and lots of staff. You don't need to make it too big. What you're aiming for is the simplest version it could be. Imagine I asked you to build a Lego building. Well, you could try and build this, but it's going to take you a long time, it's going to take you a lot of Lego, it's going to be really complicated. Or you could build this. What you're looking for here is the minimum viable product. What's the smallest this thing could be, and yet still prove it works. So once you've got your minimum viable product, then just devise a very simple plan. How are you going to make this thing happen? And then you need to pitch. It's very unlikely you're going to be able to do this on your own. You're going to need some support from other people. You might need funding. You're going to need to explain your idea to someone else. You're going to need to pitch. So you need to find people who are also bothered about your big, hairy problem. Because if it is a big, hairy problem, then this is going to be bothering a lot of people. It might be delayed discharge. It might be poor continence services in the community. It might be social isolation. It's finding people that are bothered by this thing too. And this is really important because do they see the same problem as you? You may see it as a big, hairy problem, and they just see it as a, well, you know, it's kind of the way things are, really. It's not really a particularly big issue or a priority to them. You need to find people who share your passion for your problem. And you need to present your idea in no more than 5 minutes. And to do that, you've got to know your audience. You've got to know what their issues are, what their priorities are, and you need to be really, really clear what it is you want. Do you want money? Then say how much money you want. Do you need help? Do you need support? Do you need resources? You've got to be really, really clear what it is you want. And here's some presentation tips to make a really powerful 5-minute pitch. 1. Make it simple. Don't make it overcomplicated. Here's your idea. Here's what you're going to do about it. Make it unexpected. Show them something they don't know. Bring your care to life in a way that people are surprised. Make it concrete. Show them how it's practically going to happen, how this is a realistic, concrete, practical proposal. Make it credible. Show them that this is going to work. Make sure they can understand the steps and they can see, yep, I can imagine that happening. Make it emotional. Connect with what people want. Connect with them at an emotional level. And tell a story. Stories are a really powerful way of engaging the head and the heart. And that's what you need to do in a really effective presentation. You need to show better care and cost savings. It's not enough just to focus on the money. And this is where the power of stories is amazing. Stories are an inbuilt way that we help to communicate our ideas. We help to bring care to life. We help show people what's possible. Stories are a really, really powerful way of pitching your idea. The sixth step, the final step, is to prototype. You've got the support, you've got your idea. What do you do next? Well, you need to test your ideas in real life, because you've got this idea, but you know what? It might not work. And you need to be open to that. You need to test your idea and show it could work. So gather your team. You're going to need other people around you. Get your team around you. Get them enthused. Get them passionate about solving this problem. Build your prototype. And then what's really important is gather data and prove it works. If you want your prototype to grow and expand, you need to show the impact your prototype had. What was it before you started? What was it after? Gather data. Prove that your idea worked. So the 6 steps we covered are, first of all, find a problem, and you want a big, hairy problem. Secondly, come up with your best idea. Not your first idea, your second idea. The absolute best idea that you can come up with. Third, create the business case. Show how it's going to save money. Show the financial impact of your idea. 4, create a plan. 5, pitch. Engage the head and the heart, emotion and logic. And finally, prototype and prove it works. Well, I hope this has been really useful to you. If you want to find out more about Nurse First, you can visit us at our website at nursefirst.org.uk.